Let me share with you what transpired. I'll give you the chronological timeline of the events that transpired from yesterday until noon today. As regards the visit in the House of Representatives of Vice President Sara Duterte. Let's start with, I'll just give you a very brief rundown by time. At about 2 p.m. yesterday, the arrival of the advance party of the OPP inside the complex of the House of Representatives. And about 2 hours after that, just before 4 p.m., the security team of the Vice President coordinated with our Legislative Security Bureau. And we basically briefed them about our House rules and the security protocols and guidelines. At about 4 o'clock, we received an advice from the security that the Vice President is on her way. However, it was not until 19:45, or about 2 hours after, that the Vice President actually arrived. And she was brought directly to the visitor center of the House of Representatives, situated at near the South Gate. There, we also brought Yusek Sulaika Lopez for them to meet. And they were there until 10 o'clock, which is our based on our house rules. That's the latest that we will allow visitors to our detained guests. And at about 10 o'clock, the Vice President, together with Yusek Lopez, actually prepared to leave the premises of the visitor center, as we have requested. However, after 3 minutes, that Attorney Lopez started heading her way back to our detention center, the Vice President, at about 10:05, also rode her convoy, which is right adjacent to our South Gate. And we were all assuming that she will start turning right, exiting the House of Representatives. However, her convoy went straight ahead, heading towards the Southwest Annex. South Wing Annex, sorry. And we talked over the phone with the security, and we were informed that the VP will just change using the room of the Honorable Pulong Duterte. And so we waited. But waited until 1 hour. At about 11 p.m., I started to proceed to the office of the Honorable Duterte to find out what's going on, what's causing the delay. At about 11:30 p.m., I personally appealed to the protocol and the security of the Vice President at room 304 if they could possibly already leave the premises, as there's always a practice during long weekends that we turn off power in all our buildings. If you will note, if you will go around Congress during Thursday na walang pasok ng Biyernes, Sabado at Linggo, ino-off po talaga natin yung power. One, it's because to save on energy, dahil centralize ang air conditioning. And second, to prevent po yung occurrence ng electrical fire. Dahil hindi po natin alam kung mayroon nakapag-iwan ng mga chargers or laptops or whatnot sa kanya-kanya mga opisina. So standard doon natin ginagawa yun. And normally nga po, it's at 10:30 na ginagawa natin na ino-off. In the case last night, in deference to the Vice President, inabot po tayo ng 12:30 bago natin talagang in-off na. So, simula ho midnight or 12:30 in the morning hanggang kanina umaga, the close-in team of the Vice President stayed locked inside room 304. So about 7:30 this morning, upon request of our personnel and finance office, we had to turn on the power again dahil magtatrabaho po sila sa SWA. So that's about 7:30 this morning. 8 o'clock, the Vice President, security team remained locked inside the room 304. At 10:53, we noticed the Vice President together with entourage left the room of the Honorable Pulong Duterte, and we followed her all the way to the detention facility. At 11:07 this morning, the Vice President was allowed by the chairman of the Governance Committee to visit and once again discuss with Attorney Zulaika Lopez at our House of Representatives Custodial Center. That's about all I have for you. Thank you.